I'm Jeremy with Rockland Wheels, talking today about the Textron off-road Wildcat X, formerly known as the Arctic Cat Wildcat X. So essentially the 1000. Anybody that knows me personally knows I'm a big fan of these. I have one myself. It was introduced in 2012, and throughout the years there's been a lot of crucial updates to it. So this is a 1000cc V-twin engine that has proven to itself to be quite bulletproof. It's got 95 horsepower and good torque curve. The power is pretty much available everywhere we see it. This one is the limited. So there's a little bit more trick features on this guy than the standard 1000. But the main things we got to know about this that are going to be the same on this guy and on the base model is we got 17 inches of front suspension, 18 inches of rear suspension, with a really cool setup. Our seating position is nice and low in this machine. The machine itself is actually quite low. If we compare it to the competition and everything, usually you're sitting much higher and your cage is much higher. This guy, everything stays low, so it gives you a lot of driver feedback and a lot of handling characteristics that are fantastic. And in terms of position in here, I'm 6 feet tall and there's plenty of space. My knees aren't touching the steering wheel or anything like that. It's just a really cool machine. Out front here, standard features on all these 1000Xs where you get the nice LED lights, which are really bright. If you look at your tie rod, it's out front there. That's what's going to give you the best response and the best steering feel as well. With that double A-arm suspension, just again, all on the handling side of things. This guy being a X Limited will get a ITP Blackwater 8-ply tire with a true beadlock rim. So that's a huge upgrade that a lot of guys are going to do to their side-by-sides. Standard on this guy, and it's usually about a $2,000 upgrade. Another thing that we see, the cage was redesigned. And it's got the standard V-bar in the front, square design now, and it's got added support in the back. So just structurally giving it a little bit more to it as well. And if you zoom in here, this guy's got the Elka 5-stage shocks, which are available on the Limited. The Elka 5-stage are kind of the best system of shock you can have as an amateur to be able to adjust for the bumps and also tune suspension. A lot of guys that race use this suspension. So on this X Limited, it comes with the full aluminum door, which is nice. On the suicide open, you get your legs in there, everything is nice and safe. The bucket seats are extremely comfortable for driver and passenger. We've got an adjustable steering wheel with power steering, selectable 2-wheel, 4-wheel, and we can also lock that front diff with our lights, our shifter, high-low range, and everything is to the point in this. It was meant to be designed to have race buggies, so it's simple, it's clean cut, but everything's accessible. So this is the Wildcat 1000, very familiar to me. I have one just like it, except mine has a couple of extra little tricks on it. So let's see how this one does. So immediate response, and this is a fairly bumpy trail. That suspension just takes it, and that's what you gotta love of a Wildcat 1000. Point and shoot. This is extremely confidence inspiring. Nothing about this machine makes you nervous. It doesn't kick about like it just goes where it's supposed to. Loads of power, loads of suspension. And this is a rough section. There's some whoops and all kinds of stuff here. That's just nothing. No match for this machine. And you can just feel that back end position itself where it should be. There's a reason I bought one of these, and driving a new one confirms that. Definitely still my favorite machine. In the back of this Wildcat X, we can see the massive shock here. So again, this is a 5-stage Elka with the limited, so a little bit more adjustment. On the base model, we got the JRI, which we could still have plenty of adjustment on that guy as well. Our radiator is actually located up here. So getting that packed with mud and dust and everything is next to impossible. It's a great location for it, and it's got the 5-link rear suspension. That was designed after car technology, and what it does is with your movement of your suspension up and down, it keeps that tire flat. So it's giving you the maximum amount of traction and not bringing your wheels in and out like other manufacturers have designed. So the 5-link is pretty cool, and the exhaust on this is standard ceramic coat. So it's just other neat little things they did with this. With a really easy to work on engine, we got access to everything. And we got a nice bed back here with a 300-pound capacity. Our rear lights are LED as well, so it's really nice and bright on the trail.